In this video, we'll talk about, the Azure Cloud Shell, how it helps you. So imagine, you're trying to provision a few resources or even trying to check what resources are there on the Azure. You would have to, download a CLI program on your system, local system, install it, and then connect to your Azure. But if you want, you have the CLI option directly available in the portal itself. So it allows you to run the commands directly from the browser. So there is an advantage that you don't have to install any of the CLIs on your local system. So to access that or to set it up, what you have to do is basically navigate to your portal.azure.com. You can, once you log on, you can see right here, right on the screen, this is the icon for the Azure Cloud Shell. And once I click on this, if this is the first time that you're trying to log in or trying to set it up, it will show you, which shell you want to use. So it basically provides you two shells. One is the bash, one is the PowerShell, and that will be open by default the next time you're trying to open this. So let me say that I want to basically go with PowerShell. Now it will ask me, to set up my storage account. Why we need an Azure storage account is because, if you're writing few lines of code, probably 1 or 2 lines of code, you can do it directly on the browser itself. But if you have a large number of code or large lines of code, let's say you're basically trying to provision an Azure resource using Terraform, all these files, if there are multiple files, you would be able to upload them to the storage, and from the storage you would be able to execute them. So that's the reason it's asking you to set up your Azure storage account. So if you click on the advanced settings, it will show you which subscription it is. So if you have multiple subscription, you can select it from the drop down. Since I have only one, I'm basically going with that one. Then you can select the the shell region. I'm basically going with the East US, but you have a lot of options which you can select. And then you have the resource group. So if you have an existing resource group, you can select it from the drop down list. Otherwise, you can click on create new, and it will create a new resource group for you. I'll go with the existing one, and the same goes for your storage account and the file share. The only requirement is that this has to be unique. So if I say storage, and there has to be no capitalization, so storage 1100, okay, and file share is and once you create the storage, it will basically try to provision the storage account in the backend. And once it is done, your Cloud Shell is ready, and you can write any number of codes over there, and you can basically run execute your commands right from the browser. So I'm just waiting for this to be provisioned. Let's wait. Okay, so you can see this provision. It is trying to authenticate me, and once this is all done, it will let me in. There you go. Okay, so now if I run the clear command, it's removed everything. Now I can look at the rest of the resource group that I have with my subscription. So if I run this command az group list, this will show me all the resource groups that I have for this subscription. And you can see since I only have one, it is showing me that one, and the location where it is. So the same way you can get the information for any of the resources. You can you can create the resources, delete the resources, you can perform all the CRUD operations right from the browser. All right, thank you.